Hey, what's going on, mustache?
What's up? Dude, my computer sucks the D.
The big D. Wait, wait,
Yeah.
wait. We're in December. No, yeah, December. So,
Decembeard?
so it sucks the big B.
Decembeard?
Yeah,
So now you're just coming up with new holidays to grow facial hair?
I'm not coming up with anything.
Who came up with Decembeard?
I think the History Channel did actually.
What?
The History Channel. They came up with Decembeard.
Why are they
It's
putting out commercials about growing beards in December?
yes, actually they are, and it's
Is
to
it for raising money?
it's no, it's to raise awareness for cancer, for a colon cancer, I think. Let me see. Decembeard.org
I
takes
thought it was the
me
reason for Movember, though. It's supposed to be like
testicular
raise
cancer.
awareness for testicular cancer, prostate cancer, the cancers of that. December limits yourself. I mean, women can get colon cancer as well. So what do they grow? Leg hair?
I guess they just let it all hang out. I don't know.
E.
Hey, I don't make the rules. I just
Or if you're a woman, you can grow a beard. Just grow it out.
yeah, it's the one time of year nobody questions the length of your sideburns.
Perfect.
Yep, yep.
So hey, all you hairy women out there, just grow it out. Decembeard it up.
Decembeard it up. If my internet was faster, I would be able to tell you what
So
decembeard.org
your
was about.
computer's sucking the D too.
No, no, my internet connection is horrible.
Uh,
Oh,
I see what you're
yeah,
saying here.
it's for bowel cancer. The home of real men raising money for to beat bowel cancer.
But can't women get bowel cancer too?
I would assume. I mean,
Now
does
Decembeard is just sexist.
yeah, it is bowel cancer women. Let's see.
Like I'm all for a good cause and raising money and doing good things, but when you're reaching like that, like do like a snowman challenge or like a snow angel challenge where you have to run into the snow, make a snow angel, and you're just in your underwear.
Right.
Do something fun like that. Don't do like
I,
Decembeard.
it's ice bucket challenge all over again.
Right, but it was for a good cause, so it makes it worthwhile.
Right.
Growing a beard and I mean, everybody's gonna be like, oh, you're growing a beard. Nobody's gonna be like, well, I can't grow a beard, so why participate?
Yeah. Like honestly, my work doesn't allow me to do it, so therefore I can't.
Right. So it's just so now you're limited. Now do you care to donate? Now do you care to participate? It's not going to be something that's going to be thought in your head. You know, it's
No,
just
I don't. I could care less at this point now. Like so, your marketing, your whole thing for Decembeard has failed because I don't care about it.
yeah, because you're going to get a 5% of Americans that can grow a beard
Mm-hmm.
of the male Americans, and then you're limited to only one sex. God, come on, people. The History Channel didn't think about that at all.
No, we should
History
definitely
will show
write
you that
them.
the History Channels rate them.
Yeah, we should write them and let them know that this is a horrible idea.
Yeah, and make it the Snow Angel Challenge. I think that's a great idea.
But then you limit people that don't have snow.
You can make snow.
Like, am I just going out here and getting a whole bunch of like flour and pouring it on my floor, then rolling around in it?
If
Like,
that's what you hey, if that's what you got to do, then that's what you got to do. I mean, you have a better chance of making snow than you do of growing a beard. We all know that. We've seen your mustache pictures.
yeah,
It's
we
horrible.
have we have seen Mama says pictures.
Yeah, so you could take a bunch of shaved ice and just pour it all over. Do that.
Yeah, and I would have better luck at that as well. So, whatever.
Correct.
Yeah, that's good.
So
So
how do they go about their donations and everything?
I don't actually care enough to look it up. I'm sorry.
All right. Perfect. So if you care about December, go to the History Channel
Yeah.
and figure it out, I guess.
How about you let us know? There you go. I'm still not donating my money to it, so you know what? Matter of fact, don't even tell me. I don't care how it works.
Let's do the Snow Angel Challenge.
Okay.
Can we start that?
Yeah, we can. Why not?
But do we donate money or do we just do it for S and G's?
Let's just do it for S and G's. Hashtag trademark.
Hashtag TM.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if you live somewhere where there's snow, I unfortunately do not, or fortunately, depending on who you're talking to, do not live where there is snow. So if you do live somewhere where there is snow, I want to see a snow angel challenge. I want you to get out there. I mean, don't necessarily have to be your underwear, but like shorts and a t-shirt,
Yeah.
something of that sort, swim trunks, something like that. Hop in the snow. Let's see that snow angel. Post it on the page because winter is coming, as I seen in the Midwest. I got family out in Minnesota, and they're not too happy about winter already.
Well, then they would be perfect for the Snow Angel Challenge.
Right. That's what I'm saying. To all my bros out there, my real bros, get out there, snow angel it up,
Like
bring your kids and get
my
them
liter-
involved.
my literal brothers. Get out there and do it. That's what you're saying.
My lateral brothers, the ones that are laterally mine.
Yeah. Literally?
Right. Literally.
Your literal, yeah. Not your
Not little,
illiterate brothers.
not little people,
No,
not like
no.
little people, big world,
Yeah, that's weird.
or the little couple. Have you ever seen that show,
Yeah, I've
The Little Couple?
seen. Is it both of them? Which one's the one where they have the pumpkin farm?
Oh, that's Little People, Big World,
Yeah, my
or something like that.
my wife likes that one. She,
Oh, well, I was watching The Little Couple. They had like a marathon on yesterday. I'm guessing of every episode ever recorded. Anyway, there was really nothing else on TV,
right.
so I was watching it. Right. I guess I mean I've seen like glimpses of the show and everything, but I never really I guess paid attention to exactly what it is.
Okay.
But I guess the late like they're successful as
Yeah, those
as
doctors,
fudge
aren't they?
sickles. Well, the lady, she is a doctor, and I'm guessing she's a pretty important doctor because like she holds like conferences in other states where people
Nice.
come out just to hear her talk about work or whatever. And then the dude, he's a business owner. Like they make stupid amounts of money. Like their house is stupid. They have a side house apartment for guests.
Wow.
They have a custom kitchen though. Everything's dropped a little bit lower. I'm talking the counters probably a foot and a half off the ground.
So what you're saying is they're never going to sell that house to anybody else. Like they're
Well, I
living in
mean,
that house forever.
it's a normal size house, but if they were to sell the house maybe to another little couple, or
Oh,
they
okay.
just have to get the kitchen redone
Okay.
and extend it, put it on some stilts.
That's not too bad. What is going
Yeah, it
on?
was crazy when I saw it. I was just like, I thought it was just a show about these little people. I didn't know that they were just like rolling in the dough.
Yeah. Well, they are on a TV show, so they have to be getting paid for something.
Right, so they're getting paid for that, and then also along the lines of their actual jobs.
Right.
I mean, they have two adopted kids. They went literally halfway, actually almost all the way around the world to get both of them. One is from, boy, I don't want to disrespect the Asian community, but somewhere in Asia. So I can't say which race of Asian, but and then their daughter is from India. So they're making moves. Hey, good for them though. Way to give back.
Yeah. That's kind of cool.
Speaking of giving back, I saw there was this article about Andre Johnson, the football player.
Hmm.
That guy is just doing the right thing, giving back to the community. He's successful, so he's going to give back. He uh he picked up, I guess he picked 11 unfortunate kids or whatever that their Christmases are going to be subpar,
Okay.
and so he took 11 kids to Toys R Us, and he gave them 80 seconds because his number's 80. So he gave them 80 seconds to run through the store and grab whatever they want, and then he'd basically buy it for them.
Wow.
And then he told them before they started that he's going to get them any game system that they want, along with two games, so they don't need to worry about going and trying to find the game system.
Wow, that's cool.
He ended up, yeah, he ended up spending like over $16,000. Way to go!
Yeah.
What a guy!
What the?
Because I'm saying if I'm making buku bucks, I'm giving back. Like, why wouldn't you?
Right.
Nobody needs a $50 T-shirt. We talked about that. Matt spends $10 on his T-shirt.
10
Spend the
bucks.
other 40 on somebody else.
Hmm. Yeah.
Random act of kindness.
That's why I kind of like the whole Tom's, like we talked about Tom's on here before. Their whole thing is buy one give one,
Right.
and I think they started in South America where they had the founder of Tom's. He got out down there and was like, these people don't even have shoes. How do we help them? And eventually came up with this whole concept, and like they actually do that for what eyewear now. They have eyeglasses where
Really?
like yeah, if you buy a set of glasses or sunglasses, they'll buy some prescription lenses for somebody who needs them. You know, it's
See,
just
that's the way to do it,
yeah.
especially holiday season. I mean, if you're, because I imagine Tom's, I mean, they make a decent shoe, you know, a comfortable shoe for the narrow-footed person.
Hmm.
So I imagine if, you know, you spend a little bit of money, a little bit of extra money than probably what it would cost to actually buy them and give back. I mean, I know Tom's making money regardless of him making extra shoes for other people.
Yeah,
And then he gets the good warm fuzzies inside.
yeah. Well, I
Do you
think
think the owner is actually named Tom?
no, his what is his name? Hold on,
Harold,
Tom's. No, it's Tom's. Man, I wrote.
Clarence.
Actually wrote an article, or I wrote something on my thing about this. What was it called? The same concept. It was we talked. Basically, I wrote a blog post about this exact same thing. His name is. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't care. So Tom's name is Blake Mykoski.
Yeah, that's not really a name that you want to put on a shoe.
No,
Mykoski.
Mykoskis. They're Mykoskis.
They're your skis. Mm. Second pair of skis, huh?
I guess that would work. Like this is my primary ski, and this is my co-ski, and together they make skis.
Those skis yours? Yeah. Both of them? Yeah.
Both,
Dumb and Dumber.
both my. Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
I don't remember that.
I had to pull you in there. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's like you're always taking me down these rabbit holes of movie references that I don't get.
Right, because I'm trying to educate you on these classic movies that apparently you're not watching.
No, I've
I'm a
watched.
movie guy.
I have seen Dumb and Dumber, but it's been like 15 years.
Right. Well, when you've seen Dumb and Dumber at the extent that I have, I've probably watched that movie. I would over 100 times easily.
Is that something you should be proud of? Because we talked about
Yes,
this last week. Is that you haven't read a book in like a year?
and I still have yet to start one. But it is something because it's a movie that I share amongst me and my brothers. So it's always like a family oriented film that we can all joke about.
Gotcha. Okay, now that
So it
makes
means
sense.
something
So
near and dear to my heart.
right, so it's some sort of like connection behind it. So it's not like a movie that you've been watching. It's there's a connection.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a question for you then. Since I'm sorry, I go back to your Andre Johnson, right?
Right.
Okay, so do you do things like during Christmas where like you volunteer or you give or and I shouldn't even say Christmas, like just in general. Do you ever just go out and just volunteer your time at like homeless shelters just because?
Yeah, I try to do like something throughout the year, whether it be volunteering or something like that, or giving money to charities and things. Like I try to donate and do what I can. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not making big money, but I like to think that even the smallest bit will count.
Right.
Like if I'm going to the mall or something, and I see like you know the Salvation Army guys out there ringing the bell,
Hmm.
I try to get them pretty much whatever's in my pocket. Like I'm not gonna drop my actual 20s and you know things of that nature that I have in my
Yeah.
wallet. But if I have like spare ones and a bunch of change, I try to basically get rid of everything I can because I mean every little bit counts.
Right. Yeah. But do you think that time is more valuable than money? Because the way I see it is that time is the most important, the most expensive commodity that we have, and money and things basically are just like a way to free up our time for not having to do certain things. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah, I
So
get it.
so for me, I like to like even if it's like I don't necessarily like to go out and pick one charity and give my time or give my money to those things. But like you said earlier a second ago, it was like random acts of kindness, right?
Right.
Like there's a time where like this old I was in Germany and this old lady like she spoke German, I spoke English, and like she needed help with something. So what I do, I helped her. Like it's just like I could have given like maybe she needed something, I don't know, but by providing her assistance, like I've given my time. Now she knows that I've given her my time, and that's more rewarding to me than just like here's $5.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, it's that human contact kind of thing. You know what I mean? The showing that you care, the passion,
Yeah,
and instead of it just being like, well, here's the money and I'm going to keep going, like they get more out of it if you
yeah,
can actually be there with them, help them, whatever they're doing. It's just it'll impact them more. Like
yeah.
if you actually went to a shelter and talked to the people there, were nice to them, it could actually impact them more than if like, oh, well, this person donated this bread to you.
Right,
If you were actually there to give them the bread or whatever it is, I think it definitely impacts a lot more. So yeah, time is worth more than money,
right. Yeah,
in my opinion.
yeah. Well, I mean, time is the only resource that we cannot get back. Honestly,
Right.
like you can't get back the hour of listening to us. Sorry for that. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
But you can't get that back. But I look at it as like, what were you really doing with that hour anyway? You know, I think Arnold Schwarzenegger has this like famous thing where he talks about um, his his basically his goals or like how the things that he lived by, like his laws for life, and one of them was like it dealt with time, and it was like never say that there isn't enough time because there's always somebody out there doing more than what you are with the same amount of time.
Right.
And he's always like, well, there's 24 hours a day, and you tell me that there's enough time in the day, but yet you sleep 8 hours a day. He's like, sleep less. If what it is that you want, and you want it, make time to do it. You know.
Right. Put forth the effort.
Yeah.
Just because your workday ends at 4:30 or whatever it is. And if there's a goal that you're trying to reach, I mean, you got to work beyond that sometimes,
Right.
just you got to put forth the effort because you're never going to make anything or do anything if you don't put forth the effort.
Yeah, that's like we were talking about last week with resolutions. Like just simply saying you're going to do it means absolutely nothing, but then putting forth the effort to say that I'm going to set aside time to go to the gym or to read a book or to take classes or to do whatever, you know, it's just time. How much you're
Right. And it
willing to
may be
spend.
more right. And it may be more tiring now having to put forth that effort, but I mean it more than likely will pay out in the long run.
Yeah. I'm amped. Let's do this.
Yeah. It makes you want to go volunteer somewhere and do something.
Yeah, it does.
Just do something nice.
Hey, you remember that time that Disney was giving, like, for the new year, they were giving away Disney tickets for so many people that had volunteered within a certain period of time? For, like, so many hours volunteer, they would give you a free pass to Disney. Remember that?
No, I do not. Do you have did they have like a time card or how did that work? How do they know that you actually did it?
You had to. I just happened to be volunteering someplace that was participating in the program, and there were people that were there with me volunteering for the program. Does that make sense? So I was there because I wanted to be there to help, and these people were there to be like, "Hey, I want the ticket." Like, not in a bad way. They were still helping and volunteering, but now they just had like a
Right.
reward for it. Um,
Kind of more of an incentive kind of thing.
yeah, and I think you had to work. You had to volunteer at a participating program, like someplace that someone that was like accredited volunteer, like nonprofit basically.
Right.
And you had to work so many hours of that time. So you may have had to work 5 hours, and then within 5 hours, if you had accumulated all that, basically you had a time card. You would fill out this voucher, and then you would get a ticket, free ticket, which is
I
good.
mean, I
You
guess,
know, I
I mean,
mean,
yeah, I mean, it's good, especially for Disney or something like that. Because I mean, it pushes more people to volunteer, and who knows if that little spark of that kind of volunteerings make them want to actually volunteer more at a later time.
right?
It kind of give them a little
Yeah. Well,
spark
fire.
of interest.
Yeah.
Light it up,
Exactly.
light it up, light it up.
Is
It's
this a
on
song?
fire. Yeah, it's a song. I don't. I think it's like I don't even know who sings it. I probably don't even like the band who sings it, but it's just catchy, just a catchy tune.
Well, I thank you because now I'm gonna have to listen to the show, hear the part that you sung, and then go reference it to try to find who sings it and put it in the show notes.
Dude, I'm sure you can go into YouTube and just put "light it up," and the video would come up of whoever it is.
Okay.
It's really not that hard. It's 2014, man. Technology does wonders these days.
I can talk to my phone. It doesn't listen to me. Normally it says, "Sorry, Matthew. I'm really sorry to say this, Matthew, but I can't accept that right now or something." I don't know. Siri's
Your best
dumb.
friend Siri,
Yeah, she's dumb.
she's your best friend though. Are you guys in a tiff?
Yes, we're in a tiff. She's not Tiff. She's Siri, but yes, we're in a tiff.
Right. My Siri doesn't work anymore. Apparently, my voice box or something like that. Every time that I pressed it, I think my daughter smashed the button too many times.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so whenever I try to talk to her, because a lot of times, like if I am driving, because I don't text and drive. I don't like to, you know what I mean, get where I'm taking my eyes off the road and getting crazy. But I do the voice text messaging.
Is that
So if I
even
have a
better
text,
though?
but well, I'm still looking at the road. It's no different than just either way. I do the voice text messaging, so I'll say my text or whatever, and I'll send it. Well, I can't do that anymore. So now I don't send text messages at all until I am stopped, where I can be hands free from the wheel.
That's good. You probably saved your own life today. So thank you.
I didn't drive anywhere today.
Well, you saved somebody else's life then. How's that?
Either way. Speaking of good tunes, I've been shopping on Amazon lately
Oh,
for
okay.
this past week for Christmas gifts and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
wife's birthday presents,
Ooh.
and they have a nice little jingle, like a little. There's like a snowflake and a music note, and if you click on it, it'll play music. Great Christmas music while you're sitting there shopping on Amazon. It almost makes me want to stay on Amazon and keep shopping because of the music. So they're smart. They pulled me in. I'm the sucker.
They got you.
Yeah. So
So-
click, listen in.
Okay, I'll put it in the show notes for somebody that wants to spend their time to go look for it. How was your past week?
Uh, Very uneventful.
Hmm. See,
I can't even. I didn't really do anything.
I was actually thinking about that this afternoon. I was like, oh, okay, sweet. It's podcast day. Jesse and I are gonna sit there and chit chat and talk about some stuff. And I started to think about what I've done the last week, and then I realized that every week can't be as amazing as the last. So this week is pretty boring too. Sorry.
Apparently, we didn't spend our time as wisely as we should have.
No, not at all.
There's plenty of time that I probably wasted away doing something that is pointless. Candy Crush.
Yeah, level
As much as I love it,
786
it's
now,
pointless. 561, but who's counting? You know what I mean?
Right? Are you the highest on your little, like when you see your little map? Are you the highest?
No,
Your
there are
map?
people that have surpassed me, but there's only a select few people that I constantly see.
Oh, okay.
There's like a handful of people that are at my level or above.
Yeah.
I have an addiction.
You should probably see professional help.
One day that game will delete from my phone and I'll just freak out and then I'll never play it again.
Yeah. I told you
But yeah,
I used to play it and then I just removed it from my phone and that was the easiest thing.
Hmm.
You
Well, I
should
can't
try.
do that.
You should try it
No,
just for
no.
a week. See what happens.
I put too much effort into it.
Oh,
Anyway, I put up my Christmas lights.
okay.
I did put up my Christmas lights, although we're down. I still need more, probably about two more strands to finish the house there. But I did get up there and put up some lights, so our house is glowing with joy,
Like
and
so,
it's good, nice too.
so you're saying on top of like the roof?
Right, like I've lined the house, like the
Oh,
gutter
okay.
line.
Yeah.
So I just have one more section of in the front that I didn't finish, and then one on the side because I got to put lights on the side because the way my house sits, people always drive by and they see the side of my house.
And then when it,
So I kind of gotta
you want them to know that you're festive.
right, not just in the front, but in the side as well.
Yeah. Fest.
So
It's like a mullet. Business in the front, party in the back.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
But there is a wall, like the side of my house. There's like a big empty wall there. So I think I'm gonna get a Christmas light up thing that says like Merry Christmas. You know, like the big signs or whatever like that I can put on the wall.
Yeah.
It says Merry Christmas. That way when people drive by, they're like, Merry Christmas to you too.
Is that what they're
I
saying
think
in their car?
I would imagine that's what they're saying because that's what I would say if I drove by and it said that. I would like, yeah, you too, because I'm saying it to them verbally through my wall,
Okay.
or not verbally, but
Telepathically, you're saying it to them inside their house when you drive by
well,
their
no,
side.
I'm visually telling them Merry Christmas, so they can verbally tell me Merry Christmas in their vehicle.
Right. But
So that's only
telepathically,
polite,
tell you in
but
your
not
house.
but not telepathically because telepathically would be in their head.
Yeah.
I want them to verbally say it out loud
Oh.
in their vehicle,
So what you're saying
and then
is
it could just float in the air.
like you want some guy to drive down the street, roll down his window, throw his arm out, and say "Merry Christmas."
Hey, if that's out, as long as it's not during nap time for my daughter and not during bedtime for my daughter, then hey, have at it. But I was just thinking more of just like putting it in the air and maybe I'll hear it as I walk out the door or something.
Okay, that's not a bad idea. I like it.
It's only polite. Did you put up Christmas lights?
No, I'm not putting up Christmas lights.
You're such a bum.
My wife is lucky that we have a Christmas tree.
Scrooge.
I
You're
I
such a
don't I
Scrooge.
don't like it. I don't like. We talked about this last week, I think, didn't we? Like, I don't like Christmas.
That you have a problem, that you're very unholidayish, that you just suck
No, I like holidays that are actually
in general.
worthwhile and mean something to people.
Christmas, it means everything to people. It means a time for forgiveness, a time for families to come together, a time for
How about this? Oh,
gifts. And gifts don't necessarily have to be material items. Gifts can be a Christmas card or a nice phone call. I haven't talked to you in years. How are you and the family? Those are gifts too. They don't have to be material. They
how,
can mean something.
how about this?
Spending time.
I like holidays that people don't fight over. 4th of July, Labor Day, Veterans
Independence
Day,
America.
President's Day, Martin Luther King Day. Things
President's Day. Dude, nobody
things
celebrates President's Day. At least
I'm just
name holidays that people celebrate.
I'm just saying
President's Day. Columbus Day.
nobody fights over no, people fight over Columbus Day. You can't say that one.
Why?
Because he didn't find the United States. It was already inhabited by Native Americans, blah blah blah.
But if he didn't
No, it
find
would
it,
it
it wouldn't be the same as it is today.
this is purely rhetorical. So who was there before the Native Americans? People. Because what happened,
And,
there was the Bering Land strike.
right.
People migrated from all over the world, so eventually somebody had to have been the first. We don't know who the first was, but we're going to default to the Native Americans because that's the ones
They
who
were
were here when we started taking record. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
anyway. Those aren't holidays that people celebrate. Nobody celebrates President's Day.
I'm just saying.
Not one person. Only people that are going to celebrate President's Day are people that have presidents in the family. The Bushes, they're celebrating President's Day.
Are they?
Clinton is celebrating President's Day. I mean, I would. If I was a president, dude, that's my day. If you think about it, I was a president. Boom. It's my day. Jesse Day.
Isn't that your birthday? The one day that's all about you?
Well, I'd have 2 days. Well, the President's Day wouldn't be all about me. It'd be all about all the other presidents as well. But select few. It's only a handful of us hanging out together.
I have something this week. I'm bringing something to the table. You ready?
Episode 31. Welcome.
Episode 31, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We are 9 hours in. Thank you for listening to the Rantathon.
We appreciate every one of you, all the listeners. Thank you.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Matt.
Okay, so this week is episode 31. I have two things that go together. Are we done? I'm sorry. I just started talking.
Yeah, we decided that we don't celebrate holidays that don't need to be celebrated, that aren't real holidays that nobody celebrates.
Okay.
But Christmas is a great holiday of giving and sharing, and no fighting on Christmas. Thank you.
Okay.
As you were, Matt.
Okay. So two things that kind of go together because I know for a fact that Jesse did not bring an if you could to the table this week.
Ooh. Dang it.
Okay. So these things kind of go hand in hand. All right. So I was reading an article, and this article dealt with a small tribe out in the Indian Ocean. The island that this tribe lives on is North Sentinel Island, and it is in the Bay of Bengal Ocean between Myanmar and Indonesia.
They're just out there,
Okay, so they're out there.
tribing it up. How
Driving it
big
up.
is this island are we talking? Are we talking like Hawaii, or are we
No,
talking
no,
like
it's relatively small.
the island of Lost?
Probably the island of Lost. I'm looking at a photo of it. It doesn't give me a reference, so I can't tell you anything about it.
but we can imagine that it's not super big, but big enough for this tribe.
Right. So this island is known as the hardest place to visit. All right. They the tribe that's on this island has basically had no outside contact um, ever, except for a period in the 80s where they actually, was it the 80s where they actually oh, okay, so in 74 there's a group they went to make a documentary about these people that live on this island. They ended up with an arrow, an 8-foot arrow through the thigh, ended up leaving. Okay? Then in the 80s, they tried to go back and were never actually successful to getting onto the island. All right?
Why is that?
Because they don't. It doesn't. Nobody knows. I can't tell you why because nobody's been to the island to make contact with these people. But basically, what happens is when people try to approach the island, that they're shooed away or beaten or killed or whatnot. There's actually a 3-mile buffer zone to keep people away. That's patrolled by international navies, such as India.
Really?
Yes.
So this tribe is just like, we're our own people.
Yep.
We don't want any outsiders, and we will kill you if you try to come in here.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy, right?
That's a bit intense. It's a bit barbaric.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, how is it in the day and age of 2014 that there is a sect of people that really don't know what's going on around them?
Well, I mean, I guess they've been there for who knows how long, and that they've just grown up in that time. You know, it's kind of like that thing. Like if you don't know any better, like if you grew up not knowing something, then that's just the way it always is. So
Right.
that
Yeah.
means like their family's just grown up. But my thing is like, wouldn't there be somebody? I mean, maybe they. I don't want to say brainwashed, but they raised them to teach them that the outside world is like the devil. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's something that you
Yeah.
don't want to go to. You don't want to be with these people, whatever. And so it's just ingrained in them that they don't want to branch out past where they're at. They're fine with the way they live and call it good.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing that I'm wondering is like how how do you say? I mean, I guess that since you have a 3-mile buffer zone, you really aren't going to see any boats out there because you don't have binoculars or anything to say that there is like a fishing boat, 3 miles off the coast or whatnot. But it's like, how do you?
I'm sure they got boats.
Yeah, I'm sure, but
I'm sure the tribe people.
yeah, but I don't. They don't have motors. They're just like canoes, probably they use for fishing,
Right.
and they're not venturing out into the unknown. And so, my question is like, if you lived on this island, would you know? Like, would I mean, it's difficult for me because I know that everything exists, but these people don't have a clue. Like, do you think that there's some guy on their tribe that's just like, I bet there are helicopters.
Well, I'm sure they've had to have seen something like that. You know what I mean? There has to be something that's flown over, an airplane, maybe a helicopter. They've seen boats. They've had to have seen boats. Obviously, they have people that have tried to come out there.
Right.
And you said that there was a documentary group or whatever that tried to go out there.
Yeah, they tried
So they've
to.
seen them carrying cameras, even if they don't know that what that
Same.
does. Right.
Yeah.
They've seen them carrying things. So they obviously know that there's stuff out there. But as far as the extent of how things work, no. Like they literally live like first man.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, it raises a whole slew of questions. But one of the questions that I thought of when I was reading this was like, if somebody went to their island, was actually able to make it on their island and talk to somebody there, would the people that they were talking to even be able to fathom the stuff that exists outside of their world? Because you got to think about it. Like, these
No.
people, the most primitive people on the entire planet, like, don't know anything from anything. And you tell them that there are airplanes in the sky, or that we have the ability to send information through these tiny little packets, it's called Wi-Fi, that go across, and I can watch TV without having any cables. Or even know what a TV is. You know what I'm saying? Just the craziest thing. Do you think to them it would just be all make-believe?
Like if they were kind of like in a dream state.
Yeah,
Like it's not real. Like this isn't.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, I'm sure it would. I'm sure it would completely blow their mind. I'm sure that, I mean, yeah, that'd be crazy. I couldn't even imagine what that would be like. What it'd be like to not know of what anything is.
yeah.
Like
Well,
they don't even know like what money is. You know what I mean?
right.
like the smallest of things. Because they probably barter for all of the things that they have. They probably just, I'll trade you this for this.
Well, they probably don't even have a barter system. I bet they're so primitive that everybody just does everything together. Like they don't have any concept
Just a
of
part
like,
of the community.
yeah, like there is no like status. I mean, they're gonna have the king or the tribe leader or the elders or whatever, but would they be any different than like normal people? Like they all have to survive. I'm sure they're not letting people just die off.
My thing is too is like, what if there's like a shipwreck or something like that, and so you have this boat that washes up on shore and it has all this stuff on there.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Like, what if you had somebody that just self-taught, learned how to make a motor work or something like? I mean, I don't know how the hell that they would do that if they never even seen a motor, but I mean, the man created motors somehow, so there's got to be someone that's ingenuitive on their in their tribe.
Right.
A
Yeah, it
grease
was.
monkey.
Yeah, it was just strange. I read this article and I was just like kind of dumbfounded. I was like, I don't even know. Like, what do you say to somebody that
And
has no clue?
well, they probably don't speak English, one, or
Well,
any other
well,
language that's around. They
thank
sure
you.
they have their own language.
I Yes, I completely understand
You
that.
don't say anything to them. You draw them a picture.
Of a cannon, I showed them a cannon. I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay, so
that's a.
so based off of this article, and I'll put this in the show notes. So if you guys want to go out and read the vague information that's on the news article, you can. But this led me to the if you could, and I'm glad that Jesse didn't see it. But the if you could was if you could take three items with you to a deserted island, what would they be?
This is almost like Naked and Afraid, but
Yeah,
now I get three items instead of one.
right.
Am
Oh,
I
we
by
did do this,
myself?
didn't we? Oh, okay, never mind.
No, because I only got to bring one item. Now I get to bring three.
Yeah, and basically, like you got to
Are
think
we
of
just
it.
talking like? Am I already fully clothed?
You would be sure. It's like Gilligan's Island, and you're out there with the skipper,
Okay,
but you're clothed,
me
but
and the
you don't have
skip.
the, and you don't have the skipper.
All right, skipper died on the way in.
Yes.
I would bring. I would bring like a flint stick, something that I can make fire with, because fire is paramount. You have to have fire to survive.
Okay, so you talking like the actual flint
Like a
and
flint stick, something I could just like hit with a rock or something like that to make a spark,
okay,
right?
okay, yep.
I would
And
have to have. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. I'm gonna tell
I
you
would
why
have to
these are all
have.
bad items too when we're done. Okay, go ahead.
Why are they bad
Because
items?
I'm gonna tell you why. Okay.
I mean, I don't have the primitive skill to be able to create fire with stick and whittle.
Okay,
You
go
know
on.
what? I don't.
Okay,
Okay.
go on.
Anyway, a fire starter of sorts.
Okay.
Two, I would need a utility hatchet, right?
Okay.
Something that I can chop down, slice up, carve, do whatever. Utility
Like a
hatchet.
machete.
Maybe like a sling blade, like a sling blade machete, kind of one that kind of bends that has like a little thing that I could hack with
Hmm.
or I could cut with,
Yeah.
something of that sort, right?
Okay.
And then my third item, man, I don't know. A tarp? I feel like I could do a lot with a tarp. I'm set. Boom. Fire, tarp, hatchet.
Fire tarp hatchet.
Yeah.
Okay, those actually surprisingly aren't that bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Next question.
Okay.
Boom. Right in the kisser.
Yeah. I think if I was stuck, and I didn't give you any stipulation to this, because I could be like, I'm gonna take a cell phone, I'm gonna call for help.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
peace.
I'm not.
Nobody thinks like that.
I'm not
Only
doing that.
you, nerd.
Yeah,
I would take my PC magazine, and my Wi-Fi connector.
yeah.
Nerd.
So, I'm down with the hatchet machete thing. I think that would be a very
Yeah.
good thing. Um, and then outside of that, honestly, the other stuff would just kind of be like niceties because, like, honestly,
Right.
you could start fire without anything, but a hatch like you could start fire with
You would think that though,
wood and
but
you could do all that.
what if you're on an island like where they're at,
And
and
it's very
everything's like
humid.
it constantly rains and everything like that, so everything's always like kind of wet. You ain't stu you're not whittling or doing the fire thing and the sticks and
Yeah,
the
I think you could still.
you
And the
know
only,
how hard that would be?
oh, I'm sure it'd be. I'm not put in the situation, so yes, I don't know how hard it
Because now
is.
you have to find you have to find the cord. I mean, unless you came with shoes and you had shoelaces, or you came with clothes and you know what I mean. You're pretty much set.
You came closed.
I mean, I guess I would have to learn the skill. I mean, I can maybe figure it out based on the things that I've seen, but I don't know the ins and outs of how that stuff works. But I
Mm,
feel like it would be super hard in the tropical climate.
right. Okay, I'll give you that. Okay, so this is what I was thinking: a hatchet machete net, and basically the idea behind that is that I can create a spear out of wood. I can create
Hmm.
arrowheads out of rock and bigger rocks, make small rocks.
Hmm.
But I can't forge metal in the woods
Right.
by myself. I don't have
You
iron and
you
all
have to
that.
have something that you can cut things down with.
Yes, yes. And so a hatchet is basically the primary thing that I would take. And everything outside of that is just necessity. Probably a tarp because then I can stop the sun. And I can't. I mean, I can cut down leaves and or tree
You can
branches.
make a shelter.
Yeah, but
Have you ever
it,
seen this? Did you ever read the book Hatchet? Like in like a middle school or something like that? The book Hatchet? Oh, great book.
vaguely remember.
Great book. It's something kind of like how we're talking about, but he only had a hatchet. Like he was in a plane and the plane went down,
Yeah,
and he literally only had a hatchet, and he had to live. And he was out in these woods and everything, so he had to live for a period of time, and he only had the hatchet. But yeah, so pretty much all you need is hatchet and clothes, and
yeah.
everything else is niceties.
How about a signal mill? Because I can like radio to people or like signal to people.
A signal?
Signal mirror.
Oh, just like a little mirror.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do that with smoke too. Smoke it out.
Well, if I'm in a tropical environment, I can't have fire. Remember? Oh.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you had a fire starter, you could start a fire, and then you could everything's wet, so it's going to create this smoke, and you could be like, "Smoke, use my tarp, smoke signals." I don't know
Yeah.
how smoke signals work. It'd be like puff, puff, big puff, 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 big puff.
Puff
I mean,
puff.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how smoke signals work, so that I would just try stuff. I'd probably be sending messages like, "I'm fine, don't come help me,"
Yeah.
based on my smoke signal.
Right.
Are you following?
Yeah. I'm just thinking like how
Here we are.
you may need a second person to help you with your smoke signals.
No,
But
I'd create like a stick and another stick, and I'd make it like a almost
like
like it was on a hinge.
a hint. Okay. I was thinking that.
I'm surviving. You're not.
Okay. If the two of us, I think I have the better chance of survival.
Yeah, if you had a computer,
No, I don't need a computer. I know how
you're
microwave
like,
works. Okay, I can do this.
okay, perfect. You'll stay alive for sure.
Yeah.
All right, I need my microwave. I found some food.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to heat this up.
Whatever.
Well, I
Anyway,
just hope that I'm never put in a situation where I have to have three things, and otherwise I'm gonna die.
right.
I don't. No, thank you.
It's kind of like the a lot of like. There's actually a survivalist brain teaser thing. Have you ever seen that? You have like 20 items, and you have to rank the items based off of value and like what's the best for you.
I
And
have seen
I
that.
always feel as if that thing is just purely subjective, because as the expert, that gave the answers for this thing, they're going to see things from
Right.
their perspective and like, hey, I don't think a hatchet's number one, but for me, a hatchet can be number one. I don't need a light flashlight. I can have fire. I can chop down trees.
Yeah, but these are people that are like survivalists. Like they've been there, they've done that. They know the things that you can use and the things that you would need out in those situations, the things that you could live without.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm not taking a flashlight. I'll tell you that right now.
No, that's I could make a torch.
Yeah,
There's my flashlight, torchlight,
torch.
flaming arrows.
So you need a bow and arrow, because you aren't making one out of wood.
Dude, if I can go into the woods with my bow and arrows, right?
Uh-huh.
My compound bow, if I can go in there with that and a hatchet and a tarp, the fire starter.
Yeah.
I would give up the tarp for my bow and arrow and make shelter. I'd be set. Dude, I'd be hunting, I'd be eating, I'd be fat and happy. Lonely as all get
What
out.
if there's no animals on your island?
Dude, I guess I'm a vegetarian. I'd have to get right with the plants.
I don't know. I'm just,
I'd have to figure, I'd be just chewing on leaves and figuring it out.
yeah. It,
Then you went to,
but I feel as if like the evolutionary like brain would take over, and you would just start like remember the guy we talked about that sailed across the Pacific Ocean off of South America and ended up getting caught someplace in like the Australian region. Remember that? It was some time ago, and basically like he would catch fish and he lived off of like the fish and seabirds and whatnot.
oh, right.
And I feel as if at a certain point you stop caring what you're eating, you're just eating because
Right, you'll
you
eat
have to
anything.
for survival.
I'll eat this handful of maggots. Why not? As protein.
Yeah.
Survival.
Or,
Survive.
or like the movie 127 Hours. Have you seen that?
Yes.
Good movie. I
Good
don't
movie.
know if I could cut off my own arm and drink my own urine.
I could probably go as far as drinking my own urine if that's what I had and that's what I needed to do.
Yeah,
As far as cutting my own arm off, dude,
that's a bit much.
ugh, that is a bit much. I
But the
couldn't even
question
think. Oh my God.
the question is, how bad do you want to live?
I think I would just rip my hand out there though. I don't know if I could go as far as because you have to break your arm, start cutting through it, all that. I want to puke just thinking about it. I think I would try to rip. I don't ever want to be in that situation. That's why I always tell somebody where I'm going, or I go in twos. Always bring a friend on any voyage. Bring a friend.
Right.
Take that to the bank
Yeah.
and cash it.
Yeah,
God, that would be.
I don't know, man. Like that would honestly be the most difficult decision you'd probably make in your entire life.
I mean, but once you're at that point of delirium like that, it might just be like a thing. Like, I gotta do it. Boom. Yeah, that hurt. Now I gotta saw through it with this pocket knife.
Because we're talking like
I mean, he
five
did it
days.
and he
Like
lived, dude.
5 days.
Good on him.
Like you're down there in a crevasse
A crevasse.
with your hand pinned to a rock for 5 days. Yeah, I don't know. I
I
guess
guess I'm not that much of an adventurer to be going out there doing shit like that by myself.
that should be like one of the warning signs for things like your checklist that you have before you go out. It's like, will I be stuck in a giant hole in the ground? Potentially, yes. Okay,
That
not
should
doing
always
that.
be a
Like
thing.
we're gonna go do something else.
That's why you tell somebody, man. The dude didn't tell nobody. I bet he tells everybody everything every time he goes anywhere.
Right.
I would have a GPS tracker, a little beacon of sorts. Come find me.
I'm texting Jesse, hey, I'm going to the bathroom. Like it's down the hall.
Well, I don't think I need to know all that now. That's a little much.
Hmm.
I'm going to check the mail. Probably you could probably do that on your own.
You say that, but then people have gone to check the mail and never returned.
Well, maybe because they didn't want to return.
Or they were kidnapped?
You ever think of that?
Okay, I give you that. Maybe they just didn't want to come back.
Yeah.
Like those people that fake their own death. You ever seen those or heard of those people?
Mm-mm.
Oh. There's a guy.
I don't know why you'd want, unless you're like avoiding somebody.
Like
You know what I mean? Unless somebody's after you. The mob is after you.
You have
You
a
don't want to
large-
get mobbed up.
you have a large gambling debt. You're like,
I don't want to be saran wrapped to a pole kind of thing.
Mhm.
Something of that nature.
Right. So. Okay, well, we're like 50 minutes. We could wrap it up here if you want.
Oh, I just want everybody to know that my mustache is staying for the whole month of December. Couldn't part with it. It's kind of a part of me. I mean, it is a part of me, but it's just, it brings in my whole look. It just looks good. It's just some guys can grow them and rock them, and some guys can't. Sorry, Matt. You'll never fully understand
No,
the face coat.
I will never grow a mustache. again.
because you cannot,
No,
but you will grow one
we're okay. We're gonna
because I'm
we're
going
gonna
to
talk
talk
about
you into
this.
one.
We're talking about this now. Okay, Movember and December. There are several things that I realized about Movember that I did not like. One, facial hair. I don't like facial hair.
A beautiful thing.
Two, facial hair is embarrassing when you're going to the dentist and some dude's putting his hands in your mouth, having
And
conversations with
he's
you.
why is the dentist having a conversation in the first place?
I don't know.
Stupid dentist.
Okay. Three, when they don't come in very thick, everybody makes fun of you.
Because it's weird.
Yes. Okay.
You know, it's funny that a guy like me, I can grow just like a nice thick one,
Mm-hmm.
and it's funny, but nobody's really making fun of me. They're just like more astonished that I have this
Like, hey,
huge
cool, man, you have a giant
fur coat,
mustache. Yeah.
right? But then they see you, and it's just like, dude, I got it. You can't watch my kids, man. Like you're creeping them out.
Yeah.
Get away from here. You have to keep 1,000 feet from the school.
And you know, like during the whole month, I have this thing on my face. I actually shaved it, right? So November 30th, I shave it because that's the end of the month. And
Right.
I went the day without my wife even noticing that it was gone. All right.
Like you're just putting it out there, just showing
Yeah.
lip, just like, hey, just not. I mean, there was nothing to really see there to begin
No.
with. Maybe it was
No.
just
It
you
took my
just like
kid,
normal Matt.
yeah, it took my kid 2 days to realize because after my wife realized I didn't have it, she told my daughter, who didn't believe her, and then when I came home from work, she had to verify that it was completely gone.
She was like, "Daddy, you washed your face."
Yeah, I had dirt. I took it
You're right.
off. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, so I don't like Movember. I'm not doing it again.
I
Mustache
love it.
March, you can keep all those. Like, let's do Sunburn September. I'm down.
Sunburn September.
Raise
I'm
awareness
not down.
Raise awareness for skin cancer. I don't know.
So let's get sunburns to raise awareness for skin
You
cancer.
know, it's the only way you're gonna check yourself.
How about like
Nothing. You got nothing.
fair skin February? How about fair skin
Ooh.
February
Where you do your darndest
for
to get
just
as
the
white as
for
pale.
just the pastries out there? I want to see your most pastry photo of when you're just pasted up.
Yeah.
Fair skin February. Raise awareness for melanoma.
Mm-hmm.
You'll win that.
I will win. Yes.
So hey, now we have something to look forward to. Perfect.
I'm
Fair skin February.
Super excited about Fair Skin February.
All you gingers out there, come on out. Let's see it.
Can you say that?
See
Can we
that fair
say
skin.
ginger? I feel as if that's like a racial term because we're discriminating against a specific group of
But
individuals.
what if you're a girl that has red hair and your name is Ginger?
Then your parents have screwed you over for life.
I mean, I don't feel like it's a racial term. I mean, they know.
They know.
Matthew Bandy, hashtag Daywalker, because he's not quite red hair. He has like that red blonde,
Mhm.
so it's just like you're loud out during the day.
Yeah.
But if you're like Andy Dalton for the Cincinnati Bengals, bro, stay inside. Your hair shouldn't match your helmet color, bro. That's pretty intense. We need to do a fun. There needs to be a fundraiser for them, for the genders, for the ridicule that they get from people.
Yeah. Gingers have souls. Okay?
Yeah. Gingers unite. They should have like a whole day. They should have a parade where they all get together.
Like the Million Man March, but it's for like redheads.
Right.
But yeah, but I still don't feel as if like redheads are being discriminated against. Like,
Yeah, because nobody thinks that they actually have a soul.
I guess
How sad is that?
in jest, people make fun of them. But no one's like, I'm not hiring you because you're a redhead. Or maybe some people are. I don't know.
I just feel like they're the butt of all jokes. Sorry, guys. Hey, we don't discriminate on this. You're red haired. You want to get on here? Come on out.
Tell us
Fair
why,
skin February
tell us
coming
why,
up.
Tell us why you're a human being. Come on.
Yeah. You got red hair. Come on the show. Tell us why you have a soul.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear it. And I'm sure the people would like to be enlightened.
I'm with you. I think you have souls. I think it's just Jesse that doesn't.
Yeah, they probably wear shoes, and so they have soles on their shoes. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
good for
touche.
them. They have soles, two
Touche.
soles.
Two souls.
But they take
So
those
they've
shoes. They
stolen
take those
somebody else's.
right, but they take those shoes off, and then we're back to the normal gender of
They're
soulless.
soulless, yeah.
Poor fellas. Hmm.
It's like,
Well,
it's like they can't win. Like,
you just can't win. Fair skin February though, y'all can win. Hey,
all about
we're
them.
trying to raise hope, raising hope for all the genders out there. Fair skin February coming up. Stay tuned. Keep it white.
Keep it white.
Maybe we should. My bad. Hey, my bad. I don't mean it like that. It wasn't like a white power reference or anything
Yeah.
like white power. It wasn't nothing like that. So it was more like a. All right, I'm just gonna stop there. We don't discriminate on the show. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. Thanks for listening. Episode 31. If you want to hit us up on our Facebook page, our website, rmp.me. Yeah, you want to come on the show? Come holler at us.
Yeah, and you guys can keep giving us feedback. We got some good feedback for episode 30. So if you like the show, go ahead and let us know on our contact page on the website, rmp.me, and you can let us know on the Facebook page as well. But keep the feedback coming, keep the likes coming, keep the posts coming. It's very reassuring to know that you guys like what we do.
Hashtag share with your friends.
Hashtag share with your friends.
Cool.
All right.
We're out.
Bye.
Peace.